There are so many hidden details and even secrets hidden within our favorite Resident Evil games, and in this video we will be specifically taking a look at the many secrets that the Resident Evil 2 Remake has to offer. With that being said, let's get right into it.
Resident Evil 2.
After reaching a pedestal with 3 indentations, players can aim at the lower part of the pedestal to read the series of names inscribed on its sides. Each is a member of the localization team, and the pedestal's central inscription notes them as heroes worthy of praise for their contributions. Back in 2015, Capcom officially confirmed the production of a Resident Evil 2 remake with an announcement video posted online. In the video, the producer opens his hoodie to reveal a shirt branding the phrase "We do it." In addition to most fans finding it humorous, the slogan soon became an inside joke with the development team as well. Now this infamous phrase can actually be found in Resident Evil 2. On a commemorative bust in the reception area, a plaque reveals that the Raccoon Police Department's official motto is "We do it." Fans of the original trilogy of games and the Resident Evil series will remember Brad Vickers. The STARS helicopter pilot abandoned his colleagues at the start of the original game, earning himself a reputation as a coward. He would later appear in a more prominent role in Resident Evil 3, only to be slaughtered by Nemesis. In the original Resident Evil 2, a zombie version of Brad was hidden in the game. Finding him required making it to the police station without picking up any weapons or items. This spawned Zombie Brad in the outdoor tunnel by the police station entrance, and killing him yields a special key to unlock alternate outfits. The Resident Evil 2 remake includes an Easter egg for Brad in the same place he appeared as a hidden zombie in the original. Players can only access the tunnel when doing a second run, revealing a hidden room inside. A STARS recruitment poster hangs on the wall featuring none other than Brad Vickers. It's a fun way to acknowledge the character's hidden appearance in Resident Evil 2 while keeping him alive for the Resident Evil 3 remake. During Sherry's segment of the game, you can spot a chalkboard with a large bear in the corner that has been scribbled over. This bear has a super strong resemblance to Lottie, a teddy bear owned by Natalia Corda in Resident Evil 2 Revelations. Natalia describes Lottie as being the only good thing in her life. This Easter egg is a special one for anyone that is seriously into the Resident Evil franchise and all its games. In the boiler room, we can see a huge stack of books on a desk. The book on the very bottom is titled Louisiana, which could very well be referring to Resident Evil 7 since the Baker House incident took place in Louisiana. In the Resident Evil 2 remake demo, after making it to the police station, if you chill outside for a little bit, you will get quite the surprise from Nemesis. A YouTuber by the name of Slippy Slides is known for his out-of-bounds glitch videos. By moving the camera around in the Resident Evil 2 remake, he was able to find some pretty interesting stuff. This includes a transmitter with the umbrella logo on Mr. X's head, a skinless body from zombies hidden by their clothes, a detailed look of the rocket launcher rockets, a full walkthrough around Nest showing how enormous of an area it is, and then if you go outside of the train when fighting G5, we can see William Birkin's mutated face. He was also able to show off some insane details from Unreal Engine. By zooming in on Claire, we can see blood vessels from her eyes. By sighting down the barrel of Leon's handgun, we can see the twisted barrel to help the bullets spin. We can also see readable descriptions on the flashbang. This really just goes to show you how truly incredible Unreal Engine is. Typically in a zombie game, aiming for the head is always the best option, but the Resident Evil 2 remake takes a different approach. In order to conserve your ammo, if you shoot the zombie's knees, it will cause them to buckle and fall to the ground, allowing you to escape unscathed with your ammo. Just like most Resident Evil games, the Resident Evil 2 remake has a secret difficulty balance which adjusts how easy or difficult the game is depending on how well you perform against enemies. This changes everything in the game from enemy health to the amount of ammo you pick up, as well as less enemy spawns. The name Arucus may sound familiar to Street Fighter fans. In the Resident Evil 2 remake, we can see a tailor shop sign that says the name Arucus on it. Arucus is the name Sakura spelled backwards, which is the same name of the female character Sakura who debuted in Street Fighter Alpha 2. The tailor shop was first seen in the Resident Evil 2 remake trailer. It's an obscure, hard to find Easter egg that most casual fans will immediately look past. Resident Evil Outbreak was the very first entry in the series to feature multiplayer. Gamers could choose from a variety of characters to cure the T-virus infection and escape Raccoon City. 2 games were released in the series. File 2 introduced an officer named Rita PHILLIPS who worked alongside Marvin. Once Leon heads to the police officer's wing, he'll find Rita's nameplate on her desk. Rita's name has an additional use. It's part of the letters used to open the combinations lock on Leon's desk. Longtime fans of the series know that Ada was working with Wesker in Resident Evil 2. According to the Umbrella Chronicles, Wesker didn't help Ada and expected her to complete the mission on her own. While Ada begins to find herself wanting to spend more time with her new friend Leon, Wesker is always there to remind Ada of what must be done. Some fans may not recognize who she's talking to, but Umbrella Chronicles reveal that she has been in close contact with Wesker before the events of the second game. The STARS team were the heroes and villains of the first Resident Evil game. Though they are not directly featured in the sequel, there are many references to the group. Entering Albert Wesker's room in the STARS office will give you the easiest access to the STARS reference. There's a framed photo of the group before medic Rebecca Chambers joined the group. The second photo reference is in the same dark room during the one-shot demo. Being developed in the sink is the same team photo. Anyone that played Resident Evil 7 likely remembers seeing a teddy bear in Evelyn's room. When the player looked at the teddy bear, gross black mold would grow all over it. That bear appears again in the Resident Evil 2 remake. This is a reference to a super recent Resident Evil game, unlike all the ones that are references to the original game, but either way it's very interesting to see. Dead Rising is another Capcom game that, like the Resident Evil franchise, is filled to the brim with zombies. Frank West is a character that has appeared as the main character in the first and fourth games in the Dead Rising franchise. Along with those games, he does get a nod in the Resident Evil 2 remake. If you look closely, you'll see a flyer pasted to the window of one of the buildings that advertise the services of a photographer named Frank East. Even though this isn't the exact name of the Dead Rising character, this Capcom shoutout is too close to be a coincidence. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is an anime series loved by many. The original game had a locker that had a nameplate that said JoJo as a reference to the anime, as well as a game adaptation Capcom was set to publish. It returned as a locker nameplate again in the remake of Resident Evil 2, serving as a reference to the manga and anime along with the original game. Leon's gun is named Matilda, and Claire carries on a family tradition wearing the clothing bearing the phrase "Made in Heaven." Now if you take time to explore the parking lot outside of the gas station, you will be able to examine the license plates of both characters' vehicles at the start of each playthrough. Leon's license plate reads M4TILD4, which can be taken to spell Matilda. Likewise, Claire's license plate reads MD3H3VN with the IN for India in the center, allowing it to be read as Made in Heaven. As players make their way through Raccoon City's police department, they'll eventually come to the main office where Leon's welcome party would have been held. Decorations can be seen on the desks, and Leon's new co-workers even hung up a sign for the occasion. Fans of the original will notice, however, that a correction has been made from the original, where the Welcome Leon sign was misspelled, having 2 L's. The spelling has been corrected, but a space can still be seen in Welcome, and an additional L can be found on a desk on the left side of the room. Resident Evil 7 introduced creepy mannequins that seem to move when you turn your back on them. In the Resident Evil 2 remake, we can see the exact same mannequins. In Resident Evil 3, Mikhail Victor was sent to Raccoon City when the T-Virus broke out as a part of the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure service. He bravely sacrificed himself in a fiery explosion while fighting off the Nemesis. His death allowed Carlos and Jill Valentine to escape, and the players of the Resident Evil 2 remake can spot a nod honoring this fallen Russian soldier. After you leave the police station and you make your way to the parking garage, you can spot a restaurant named Mikhail's Pierogies after opening the shutters. This is a nod to the fallen hero from the third game. In the 1998 version, fans can find a hidden roll of film by using Wesker's desk. You had to use the desk 50 times in order to find it. Once the film was found and developed, players were in possession of a racy sportswear photo of rookie Rebecca Chambers. The same picture can be found in the remake, just slightly remastered. You only need to use the desk once to find it and then a second time to pick it up. In the game, there was a fair amount of purchasable costumes for Leon and Claire. One in specific for Claire pays a tribute to a cancelled version of Resident Evil 2, labeled Resident Evil 1.5. The game's main protagonist was a woman named Elza Walker. She wore a red and white moto outfit, and as you can see, the extra costume we got for Claire matches with Elza Walker's outfit. Starting out at the gas station, you'll find a variety of Easter eggs. Perhaps the most obscure is the phone number on the door. The number is 555-129-1998. The original game was released on January 29th of 1998, so only hardcore fans will catch it, but it's one of the most touching nods in the game. And there you have it, that was 25 small details you might have missed in the Resident Evil 2 remake. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.